Okay, so let's talk who's going to be at the top and who's going home. We got 4. We need 3. Who's going home? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for RuPaul's Drag Race. This is season 13, episode 14. Who is going home? We got Rose, we got Candy, Miss Candy, Simone, and we got Gottmik. Who's going home? So we can get to the top 3 and get on up out of here. Who's going home? Ru come rolling in, okay? Lucky. That's the name of the new song for Ru. Of course, you know how we're going to do this. It's the video. It's the making of the video. They got to do an original verse. They're going to get to do a little choreo with Jamal Sims. Naturally, listen, child, Gottmik, what's going on? Baby, you done got caught up in the drag race thing, and girl, are you losing your identity, honey? She sounds like you got a little thing for Jamal Sims. Now, if it happens, girl, I understand. I got a thing for that Jamal Sims too. That Jamal, baby, listen. I think he could get me to do a little 2-step, honey. He say the right things, honey. But yeah, that little Jamal Sims is something, honey. But yeah, Gottmik look like she got a little thing for little Jamal. I said, what's going on, Gottmik? Honey. Anyway, so they got to do their little thing. They're going to do their video shoot. Then they're going to do interview with Ru and Michelle. You know what that's all about? With the little bucket of the Skittles that have been there for 13 years. And the runway challenge is drag excellence. Okay. So everything very straightforward. Very straightforward. Now I'm going to say this about this interview process. Gottmik absolutely smashed interview. Do you understand me? When I tell you, her interview went so well, they were just literally cracking up. Everybody knows if you can get Ru and Michelle to laugh, putty in your hand. They were screaming. And the whole banter back and forth, it was funny. And I found myself laughing. And later on in the program, she said, I don't know, it's getting to a point where I feel like I don't even care about makeup anymore. Like, I just feel like I just want to do comedy. And the funny part is I could actually see that for her. Bitch is funny. The bitch is funny. And it was just a rolling conversation. And it was just funny. And the longer they talked, the more funny it got. She just got a knack for it. So I could see it. I could definitely see it happening. Rose's interview. You know what I noticed about Rose? I was looking at Rose. Well, you know, her interview was just, she's boring. She's kind of boring and she's forgettable. And I don't mean that in a mean way. She's forgettable. They went back through, like when they got on the stage, they went back through flashbacks of all these different things that Rose had done throughout the competition. And I'm like, damn, she did do good there. Damn, she did do good there. Oh yeah, that outfit was sharp. But everything that she's done, like every time she shows up, she show out, but it's all forgettable. It's all been forgettable. She just, unfortunately, is forgettable. But I was sitting there looking at her, and I was going to come across mean. But I looked at her. She looked like Jim Carrey in The Mask when she ain't dressed in drag. She looked like Jim Carrey in The Mask. Some of those facial expressions, I was like, Buddha. Oh, I said, girl. She was giving me, they call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the beat. As I bid you to chick chicky boo, chick chicky boo, chick chicky boo. I was like, girl, she's giving me the mask. Anyway, so that's that for Rose. Her interview was like she's trying to get a job down to the Burger King. I was like, whatever, girl. Candy, funny. Her interview was funny. She was clowning. And then Ru and Michelle and her was clowning her last week runway look. There's like, bitch. She said, I asked those whores backstage, girl, y'all like this? And she said, all them bitches said, bitch, you look fabulous. Ru said, I know that. You fucking lying. Girl, it was the setup, Patty. It was the setup. But they had joked and made jokes about that. And then she said, I'm a little hard-headed. And I'm a little delusional, honey. I be thinking I be knowing more than y'all. I'm a little delusional, honey. And they were cracking up laughing. I was like, shh. That's why she's still here. Rue got a soft spot for Candy. Rue seen something in Candy, and that's why she's here. It don't matter whether we agree or not. I got tired of Candy weeks ago. But that lady up there, that one that wear the badass wigs all the time, Miss Rue, Rue see it for Candy. Don't matter what we say, honey. Rue sees it for her. And then my Simone, honey. Miss Simone came up there, honey, and her interview was it was interesting and it was empowering. So it was it was a strong interview and it was impactful and it made great television. So I'll say that. When Rue told her girl the power you have is Simone, you do realize that it is available to Reggie as well. You can use that same power and that same get up and go and that confidence that you have when you're in drag. You can use it as a boy. It's there. So, and that was really, it was like, it clicked. And she said, that's like an aha moment. You got what you needed. This was what this was about for you. And that's that. So, now, the music video. I'm just going to tell you straight up, flat out, Gottmik and Rose killed the video. Killed it. Both of them. They really did. Rose, I think that's one of the best looks she's had, all this whole time. It's one of her better looks. Gottmik was killing it. Killing it, killing it, killing it. Rose's vocals and her lyrics were on point. Simone did a good job because she knows she can't sing and she just played with her voice. She's giving She was in character. If you remember back to the beginning, Simone's name is Simone, but she calls herself the Ebony Enchantress. And she played that character. And it worked. It worked. Candy was cool. She was just Candy. She was kind of uncomfortable. She looked a little tight. I'm going to say this. Now, they did this runway. And that's when it hit me. I said, 3 of the 4 girls is all standing up here with no titties. I guess we've arrived. This is just what drag is now, honey. No titties. Listen, I'm going to be wearing me some titties. I'm not going to be running around with no titties. I just can't see it. But whatever. 3 of the 4 girls ain't got no tits. Period. Anyway, so that's that. Gottmik, her little polka dot glory hole outfit was fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Very, very Gottmik. It was real interesting and really couldn't keep your eyes off of it. And of course, I love the cut. I love a mermaid, a whole mermaid silhouette. I love it, baby. You get me. If there's a fluted bottom, baby, I'm in. Candy, I didn't get it. It was very dollar store-esque to me. I said maybe it does something else. But I just kind of looked at it and I was like, looks cheap. Looks like one of those dollar store challenges. Like you buy the stuff from dollar store and make it into. It looked like it had like badminton nets that was made into some colorful badminton nets is what it made me think of. Rose's gown was hard and frumpy looking. It really made her look thick. I didn't think that it complimented her at all. I thought it looked very frumpy and it looked very heavy and cumbersome. Simone, can I say to you all, Simone gave me everything that I needed in the last 10 minutes of this show. Everything. When that bitch stepped there, I just stood there and said, yes, bitch, yes! Simone looked like Ebony Fashion Fair. Do your research. If you're younger, you don't know nothing about Ebony Fashion Fair, go Google Ebony Fashion Fair. She looked just like she could have been right on the cover. When you come into the Ebony Fashion Fair, they give you a program book that you save. I got all mines. Got all mines, child. They're definite keepsakes. But she looked like she could have been right on the goddamn cover. Beautiful. And they actually made reference to Cicely Tyson, and I said, yes, indeed. Ebony Enchantress. She stood up to that title. She looked absolutely stunning. And I was all in. Rue, got to speaking to them. You know, they did their little thing with the baby pictures and talked to your former self, and they had their little moment. Rue broke down talking to Gottmik. I said, Team Gottmik, we already know. I'm going to give my. I'll tell y'all who I think who's going to win and where it's going to all be. Anyway, Rue broke down in tears about Gottmik. Um, and she just so proud of Candy. She's so proud of Candy, and she's proud of Simone. She's in awe of the professionalism of Rose. So she got the 4 girls that she wants. She's happy with the Brew is happy with the 4. She really is. She did a full out lip sync. She said, y'all all going to do it one at a time. I said, okay. And they did 4 slots in the screen. And this is when it happened. Simone won me, and I don't care what happens from here on out. Simone, girl, you win for me for the season, this thing. You made mother cry, girl. A tear just went right down my face. When they were doing it and they had them on the split screens, honey, and Miss Simone, the song was I Learned from the Best, Whitney Houston. You know I was ready to go up under then. Honey, they got to sing the song, and Simone had that white hanky, honey, and all her choices, every performance choice she made had me written all over it. I was like, oh, God, I said, all the choices were the choices I would have made. All that emoting and all of that. I said, oh, Miss Simone gave it to the kids, honey. She slayed the lip sync for me. For me, Simone was my complete favorite. It's my favorite thing I've seen her do, and it drew a whole piece of water from my head, honey. I said, Miss Simone, get down, bitch. Get down, bitch. So, girl, you the one for me. I vote Simone, honey. We'll see what actually happens. Rue didn't send nobody home, baby. Nobody went home. We got a top 4. We got a top 4. Next week, we're going to do a reunion, a reunion, and then the week after that, we're going to do the finale. I believe at the top of the board is going to be Gottmik, honey. I think it's going to be Gottmik. At the bottom is going to be Candy. I think it's going to go. I think the first one out will be Candy. Candy will be the first one out, and the battle will be between. Rosé's going to be third, I think, and it's going to be Simone. And at the top is going to be Gottmik, is how I believe. That's how I think it's going to play out. So we'll see. We will see. I will catch y'all for the reunion, honey. All right, later, Miss Simone. As far as I'm concerned, girl, you already won. No matter what happens, you've already won, bitch. You got an aha moment, girl, and you created a moment. You've already won for me. Later, y'all.